Still so much CC going down. Shark Guy is nearly dead. Lopachinski putting in work, but that's a huge volley bear ultimate there. And Wesley and Shield, they clean up the fight. He's trying to make the solo play. Looking for that upper 90. Gravity make a falter, puts it low and gets the goal. And so that will be the Condors.
Angle going, working up the flash. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, all down at once right at the start of the round.
That was
Condors.
probably the quickest round.
Conestoga College is setting the stage for a new era in gaming. In 2025, we're opening a state-of-the-art esports venue, a premier facility for high-performing gamers in Canada.
In this 10,000 square foot facility, we're putting you in the center of the action. The facility will have 50 top-tier PC stations, 5 console stations, immersive VR stations, a team operations room, a full production suite, and a premier competition stage.
Esports is a rapidly evolving industry with global viewership of 532 million in 2022. This initiative goes beyond esports. It's also a platform for forging bonds, making memories, and creating connections.
Since 2020, Condors Esports continues to evolve, providing industry-leading facilities and experiences to the esports community.
Conestoga's esports venue expresses a sustainable and intentional future to compete, play, and work, all powered by gaming.
Esports is for everybody. That's what makes this so special, where there's not a lot of barrier to entry. It's, do you have a passion for gaming? That's all it really takes. There's so many different things involved in this. It really does take that full team to make a successful event run. And that's what this program does. You got the lighting going on, you got the video capture going on, you got the whole production crew that are packaging this all together, you have the shoutcasting that's happening. We want to be, that pinnacle for esports. We want students to come here, learn from industry best, and launch their careers in esports. You have that new arena that's being built. To have that investment through the college, it proves a lot. We're invested in this. This can lead to something really big and something really neat and something that you're really invested in. It's a billion-dollar industry, and we really can't wait to see where this goes.
Hello and welcome to Conestoga College. It's playoff week. We've already begun them yesterday and we carry on here through Tuesday. I'm Leaf and Mucha is joining me today.
Hey.
We got some more Valorant on the dock. Playoff time. It's intense.
Intense. Yeah, I'm ready for it. I haven't been here casting with everybody in a while now.
But I'm glad you're here now.
Yeah, hey, glad to be here. Glad to be watching some Counter-Strike on the other side of the stream. Usually I'm behind it nowadays. But.
Yeah, you're always on the other side. But today it's Counter-Strike with power-ups.
Yeah,
is what it really is.
Pretty much. That's a good way to put it.
With Valorant, you see again the squad already looking through our little. I always thought that was a window, but I guess it's a TV on the wall here.
Yeah.
I thought we were looking. We were little ants looking into the world.
Yeah.
My perception was off.
Just watching people through windows.
Right. You already see the squad there. J-Man was on your screen. He's going to be that. He's that IGL. He keeps everybody in it. He's always talking, making sure everyone's got the right mentality, and then the rest of his squad behind him.
Yeah. Non. We always see, classic duelist player always going in there and getting the kills and Kip, he's new this semester to the roster.
He's
and
killing it.
He is absolutely killing it. From what I've seen, he might as well be a duelist at this point because he's always up there with the kills.
I talked about it with Ohek yesterday. Is that both, not even just those two, but Prey and Silly Shadow, the other two we didn't talk about yet, were also popping off yesterday. They can all top the leaderboard.
Yeah,
I think
we've seen everybody at one point on the top.
I think I think 4 members yesterday each dropped like 4 pieces.
Oh, wow.
Like, they all had 4 bombs.
Yeah.
Like, it was crazy what we were seeing yesterday. But that does bring us to what happened. So let's take a look at the bracket. This is double elimination that we've run ourselves into. We still have our second life on lock. We took down Mizu Esports 2-1. Now, a little bit of an asterisk to that. I told you about it. We won the first 2 maps and then a forfeit. Hey, a win's a win, though.
A win's a win. That's
right?
true.
But look who we're up against next.
Yeah, up against Blinn College, and I've heard they've been doing pretty well.
Yeah, a little bit.
They're definitely a pretty strong team. We have got beaten by them before.
Yeah.
Previously, tough icebox game, I believe it was.
Yeah. Let's get into the specifics in a second, but I want to show you how strong they are because we look back at groups. Yeah, 7-0.
Yeah,
they were dominant.
Yeah. No doubt. I mean, 7-0, just undefeated right now.
So coming into this, we knew they'd be that team
to
be looking out for, to watch. And we were probably hoping the rematch wouldn't happen this early. Because again, for us, it's not like we were immediately early on close to them. We still had Fisher White ahead of us as well, right? We were in that potential tie with St. Clair there, our nice Ontario friends.
Yeah.
But it was a hard group overall. Like, all the matches were really good, but Blinn seemed to be something else. Northwood originally was the team that a lot of people had their sights set on.
Okay.
And then we took them down. We took down Northwood. We're like, oh, maybe we're the new top dogs. And then Blinn shows up.
Oh, boy.
Right? And new big bad.
Yeah.
And that's who we have to face today. And you're right. Icebox was the one that I do believe it was them, because I remember it's hard now because a while ago whether it was Val White or Gold. I'm fairly certain it was us, and it was Blinn that was very strong on that map. Our squad has gotten better at Icebox. A lot of the problems early on was just people weren't as familiar with it, right? I mean, it was just a map people weren't used to.
Yeah, it's been forever since it's been in the map pool.
Now,
so a lot of teams not practice. Now, you say we're getting better at it, but do you think they're going to take the risk and not ban it this time around, or do you think they're just going to?
That's a fantastic question. The question, because the vetoes are about ready, so I want to put it out there. I think they ban it still.
Okay.
I think they're going to take every.
There it is.
Yeah, I knew it. I off the bat. I had a feeling because, and I am not. That confirms to me that this was the team that just kind of pooped on us on that map.
Yeah.
Because the fact that it is the hands down first ban.
Yeah, first ban. That's
right.
Pretty incriminating evidence. But Split though, for the Condors pick, we've seen some really good stuff on Split from Condors.
Mm-hmm. And you know what's actually an interesting thing, looking all the way to the decider, is Sunset. We actually played on Sunset yesterday against Mizu, and it was a map that we actually looked relatively confident on. Surprisingly, Ohek was saying this is an attack-heavy map, but defensively, we went up about 6-2 at one point.
Interesting.
On defense. Oh, we had 7 rounds from defense yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Granted, it was Mizu.
Yeah.
Not Blinn.
Yeah.
So it could change, but I imagine that was the logic behind that sunset decider there. But I'm telling you right now, I'm happy Icebox is out of the mix.
Yep.
Because Blinn looked mechanical.
Ooh.
The second anything happened, they lost an early pick or they got an early pick, you could watch the mini map.
Yeah.
And immediately their dots would start moving because they were readjusting for what the situation is now.
Yeah.
Who did we take down? Oh, it was this agent? Okay, readjust by repositioning here.
Yeah.
And Blinn was terrifying on that. And I imagine their other maps are going to be strong too. So today really is, in my opinion, how much have we grown throughout this season now that we get to face off the rematch against Blinn?
Yeah, I'd say so. We're seeing second map as Ascent as well. And Ascent's been a little bit rocky, I think.
It's been back and forth for us,
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, wasn't the first map ban they picked. I think their biggest concern was Icebox.
Right.
But yeah, Ascent would be interesting. We've seen, I can't remember which game it was, but we saw Condors absolutely dominate on Split, and then map 2 is Ascent.
Right.
And me and you both thought, like, oh, this is going to be a pretty one-sided game.
Yeah.
Right? And then it came to Ascent, and it didn't seem like that anymore. So,
Nan is letting us know that he's all energized up. They've got their dinner in them, just finishing things off. And the energy, the atmosphere, as per usual, always good with this crew.
Yeah.
I mean, I really want to point out specifically, Prey actually has been someone that I've been watching a lot because of his attitude. I mean, you see him in the middle. Hey, you know what? No, I noticed Kip actually isn't sliding into the abyss right now. Sometimes he disappears.
Yeah, he does. He usually goes full back.
Right,
He's kind of hanging out.
But it's Prey in the middle there, and I wondered. I never actually asked them if this was it or if it just happened to be sitting where they're seated now. But if Prey being in the middle is for a reason, because sometimes you'll want your the ringleader, your IGL, your captain in the middle, but J-Man's all the way down at the end.
Yeah.
But having someone with good energy like Prey in the middle,
for sure,
is very beneficial to the squad because it radiates outwards. You always have an energetic fist bump going towards the two here that then radiate that to the next, right?
Yeah.
There's always just a loud voice as close to as many players as possible, amping them up.
Good point, yeah, for sure.
And praise that guy. So I'm loving to see that they're all in a good attitude again today, as per usual. They know the matchup they're going up against, and overthinking it, I think, would be too problematic.
Yeah,
you see that a lot of times.
Yeah. I mean, they always got smiles. You know, you love to see it. Attitudes can maybe dwindle a little bit throughout the game, but J-Man being that rock usually always kind of holds it together.
Yeah.
You don't really ever see him getting tilted. He's always got smiles. Even if they lose a round, something funny happens, smiles are going all around. They're not taking anything too seriously.
I like this, the booster juice. I got to call out the booster juice because good for the brain.
Okay.
Right, getting your vitamins in there. But at the same time, I always worry. Now every player knows their own bodies, right? Well, some of them don't and eat terribly, but at least they'll know when they're usually feeling the best. I actually find sometimes eating before, same with any kind of athleticism, eating before any kind of physical or mental struggle can sometimes slow you down because the body's now sending, it's using energy to digest the food now that's not going to your brain and muscles.
Also hungry equal hunt.
Yeah.
So senses are heightened when you're hungry because back in the old days when you had to
it's primitive. We got to lock into something primitive, dude.
Exactly.
I think it's real because I actually don't now. Like and intermittent fasting's been proven multiple times to help with some alertness to a degree. Obviously, you can't just keep not eating and be okay. But I've noticed it as well myself personally that if I go throughout most of the day not eating, I've seen esports pros do it. Even in my scene, in the Rocket League scene, there are a few pros I know that will not eat before their matches have been played.
Interesting, yeah.
And a lot of that comes down to, I think, kind of what you're saying. You're locking in. Your brain doesn't have that resource, and it goes into a state of I can't relax right now.
Yeah,
and it stays a little heightened.
Yeah, that's a good point. But then I think it also just really depends on the person because some people just might need that food for the energy, right?
The problem too is you go too long without eating in the day. That back half of your day, you're going to be out of energy.
Got to find that balance.
Yeah, it is tough. So you always hope your matches are earlier on, and now these are not earlier on. I mean, I imagine going all the way up until what? I mean, we're past 8 o'clock now. Going that long in your day without eating, you'll start feeling the collapse now at this point.
Yeah, so. that might be a tough game for you, but hey, who knows? They're the players, not us, right?
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, I'd be curious to know their thoughts on it. But I mean, clearly they don't care if they're snacking up before their match, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's a big thing for them. Also, we have to remind ourselves that we are going into a matchup that very much was not in our favor. And now I definitely think you need to go into the matchup with a mentality of doing your best and thinking, okay, we can win this.
Yeah.
But you also have to be realistic about the scenario and say, let's not beat ourselves up too much.
Yeah.
Right. let's go into this and have fun with this still. It is still a video game.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And I mean, having expectations that we're just going to completely, steamroll them, that's kind of tough, especially with such a strong team. So you have to be prepared to lose some rounds, but you just have to make sure you learn from it.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're getting the matches ready for you guys in just a little bit here. We just have some back-end stuff to deal with. But before that, we're just getting our pregame podcast going on before we get into our matchup. But playoffs, I want to remind, let's bring it back to the big old story here, is that we're in playoffs, and we still are sitting on the upper half of this double elimination bracket.
Yeah.
And that's huge, being able to keep your life as long as possible. I think, again, you start this off, and you look at, you look at Blinn like, oh, we got to face them next. Doesn't matter. Even if you lose your life in that second round, in the quarter, doesn't matter. You still have a life. You got through one. So they focused up, locked in, thankfully, got the forfeit win yesterday. But they do go in. Oh, I'm just noticing now, too, Blinn also had a forfeit win, but a full forfeit win. They didn't even have to play their match.
Yeah. Little less practice before the Condors game, might prove to be in our favor.
I like, I'm happy. St. Clair down in the lower bracket.
Yeah.
Get Rex St. Clair. Just saying. They're our enemies.
They are.
In Ontario. They're the big bads of Ontario.
They
right.
are.
We gotta say. So, good luck down there in your match. But also good luck to us against Blinn, right? We might end up down there, but the good thing again is that we've passed that first round of lower bracket.
Yeah.
And that's massive.
Yeah.
That's one last match that you end up having to play down.
Yeah.
And that's hard because when you don't have that second life, sometimes players start to play a little differently. When you're in upper bracket, you still have that fallback. You're not out of the tournament, and you can still just keep playing your game.
Yes.
There are a lot of times that I've seen teams get into a situation where, they have one life left in the lower bracket and play differently because they're playing for their life, but they're playing scared.
Exactly.
And they end up losing as a result.
Yeah, you kind of start getting in your head and everything.
Hesitating.
In this case, when you got something to fall back on, you can, you can make some risks still too. And risks sometimes when you the games, when you take those risks, right?
Right.
And you have the confidence to take them. So
no, exactly. Yeah. So when you end up in the lower bracket, you need to maintain that mentality that we're still the best. We just had a bad game and keep it locked in. So let's hope we don't end up down there again.
Let's hope.
It's a possibility that we don't.
Yeah.
But we're going into this with the caveat, the knowledge that Blinn has stomped on us a few times before. But I imagine the squad's gone through the VODs too since then.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, they're a strong team. You don't get this far without doing any of your homework, right? So I think they're pretty well prepped for this, and it's all just going to come down to who the better team is, really. Right.
Who's that is usually what comes down. It reminds me of Mitch Hedberg had a joke one time, and he said, I was watching TV, and an ad came on for a boxing match, and at the end they said, "It's a fight to the finish," and he said, "That's a good place to end."
Plain and simple.
Sometimes we don't think about the words we say. We're like, well, it's true. It's technically true, right? But I'm intrigued though going into this if we're going to see mix-ups when it comes to the agent select. I mean, we know that Conestoga is fairly consistent on playing who they know they should be playing and not going for the crazy plays.
Yeah.
Right.
It'd be interesting to see. I can't imagine we're going to deviate too much from it, especially you want to play someone you're comfortable with when you're going against such a
and look how fast they
team.
locked in too.
And
right, like this is the standard for all of them. Just like I don't want to see anything else on this map, but I wouldn't be surprised for the mirror. Actually, we already have a Viper locked in on the other side too.
Now sometimes we do see J-Man on double controller. I'm not sure if we've seen it on split yet.
Right. No, split's generally just this mix. From what I remember, this is our go-to.
But it looks like Blinn's actually going for opting for that double controller, which a lot of teams do. You see a lot of Vipers on this map.
Yeah. No, it's fair. I mean, especially that they're starting defending as well. I mean, if you want to get that early lead, I mean, like that's a character to let you guys put yourself in a good spot going on to the attack side of things, right? So
yeah, no doubt.
I'm not surprised. I can't complain. I also can't say anything because these guys are 4,000, well, infinitely better than me, considering I don't play. So there's no stat. But we are in playoffs. We're in the second round, the quarters. We have 1 life left. But, Mucha, we are up against Blinn, our nemesis, the rematch. They shut us down last time. Today is a story of redemption.
Yeah, redemption, and hopefully we see that redemption come to fruition. Hopefully Conestoga can pull it out, and we're seeing a classic mid-play coming through from Condors on pistol round.
Oh, yeah. Surely
going to see Non flying through with kip flashes, screaming left and right. You love to see it. It's tried and true strat.
Yeah, if we have Non flying in with this support, which he has exactly right behind him, that's when we have good things happening. Flash is out. Double kill. Non starting off Conestoga right.
Love to see it. That was is pretty impressive considering there were 3 people set up for mid. Surely Blinn has done a little bit of research on Conestoga's plays. Getting aggressive here as well, but Prey holding it down, is able to pick one up, spots another, gets blinded by the Sky Flash.
Double blind. Oh no, there should be
around the corner. J-Man picking it up, and so far a really great round for Conestoga.
Yeah, that was a wonderful start because in Valorant, winning the pistol rounds generally means you're probably going to win the next 2. Now, granted, we don't often see it turn back to a 1-1. That's not a very common position for the scoreboard to be in, right? Because you win pistols, you usually win the 2, you're at 2-0.
Right, yeah.
But we did see it yesterday. Conestoga, though, were the ones to do it after losing a pistol round against Mizu.
They seem
won
to
their
be pretty
next
good
one.
at that.
Yeah.
They seem to be pretty good at that.
So, but winning the pistol round, especially against Blinn, massive dub. It's all started off great with Non at the beginning. Prey is going to lose his life here just at the finish. And this is a big thing for Blinn. That last player is forcing Conestoga to stay on point so that they end up losing their lives as well. Yeah, and we have a clear board. That was, again, still showing, even when they're down, they've lost the round, how they still put the pressure on Conestoga. This is such a scary team, Blinn is.
Yeah, it's true. They're nobody to take lightly, that's for sure. I mean, they're undefeated in the league. I mean, hey, who knows what would have happened if they didn't get the forfeit win last game. But,
that's right.
But for the most part, they seem pretty dominating. So
well, maybe it was fate. Both of these teams got their forfeit wins into this round.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, maybe.
This was meant to be, but for Conestoga now, a pistol win is a great way to start against Blinn.
Oh yeah, great way, and it's just getting that early momentum as well. Aside from all the economical advantages and everything, just mental-wise, you kind of show that dominance. I mean, but towards the end of the round, of everybody dying, there were still 4 left, right? So that's a good way to start it out for sure.
Yeah, but again, that pressure from Blinn on site. Forced us to lose our players, got wiped out, clear board, and a wide spread on the board. Conestoga figuring out where they're going.
Yeah.
Using a little util early on, but it does look like they're going to commit to that A site.
Yeah, I think they kind of determined that there might have been a lot around mid, but Blinn already making their way over towards A.
Look how fast they react, right? They make decisions and commit.
Yeah. Flying in there, but he's getting spammed down from heaven already. 3 players already on the site. 4 now. All of Blinn is all around. It's Silly Shadow in the corner, facing 4 classics. It's up to J-Man now with a Bulldog.
Wow, yeah. J-Man, the last alive. I said we don't often see a 1-1, but if anyone's going to do it, Blinn is a squad to do exactly that. Through the cage, J-Man trying to sneak his way up. Top to heaven. Is he going to be able to find a pick by Boxes? Turns away a little bit too early. Does get a pick, though. And this is great. At least forcing your opponents to rebuy before. But they did go through there again with not a lot of money.
Yeah.
Anyways, in the first place. Those extra kills were kind of bonuses. So at least J-Man got a trade for his life.
Yeah.
But we do see the 1-1 now.
Yeah, 1-1. I think that commitment to that rotate so early was definitely a smart play because, I mean, you're on pistol round, right? It doesn't really matter what you do, you might as well take a risk because the chances are so against you, and that risk they took just really paid off.
No, absolutely. And that's why this team, again, I think you're, regardless of win or loss for Conestoga, I think you're going to be excited to watch this matchup. That's a good early rollout from Non. He is so clean on these early frags. He's got 2. He's got 3. Not quite. Maki will get in there, and Non off the board. But 2 as an entry is brilliant.
Yeah, Silly actually picking one up with a classic with the help of J-Man. Not too sure what happened over there, but hey, you love to see it. And now just 2 players over around CT spawn from Blinn. That's going to give full control of any site Conestoga chooses to go to. Looks like they're opting for that B site.
Free reign on B.
Yeah. Two of Blinn's players not really even playing together, not playing for a trade. So might be interesting to see, but Silly's already kind of set up for this, but not looking behind him.
Yeah, they're committing to the plan now.
He's coming up behind. Does he see Cypher first? He doesn't. He's going to know 2 are heaven, though. He did spot him. So they've got an idea of where the final 2 are.
I think it's good, especially where we're watching Prey hang out over in the corner of sight. They have a great chance for those team shots. And now taking one off the board, it's just down to the last player, and Prey hunts him out. I said I loved that positioning from Prey. We saw it yesterday as well. The amount of sneaky positions on site that Prey has been finding and getting kills off of has been just off the charts. And I love to see that carry through today.
Yeah. It's a little bit of back and forth going on in the chat there. Not sure if you saw it, but on Pissed Around Blinn 1, they said Thrifty and on their eco, right? And this round, Conestoga says Thrifty right back to him. So.
I love it. I think there's definitely some friendly banter early on, given how Conestoga knows that they come in. What happened last match, they're coming in with a disadvantage. Let's have some fun. And they're probably not taking it super seriously, but they're still contesting Blinn.
Yeah. Still, we're seeing such a strong setup from Blinn mid, so ready to put all their players over at mid. But the thing that really helps them out with it and doesn't show too much of a detriment to them is they rotate so quickly off of it.
Right. I love that, though, how fast Non was able to take away that util, make sure they didn't get the info they need. That smoke obscured everything. But time is being wasted now.
Yeah, only a minute left on the clock, but it looks like we might see a B push here. It's just an Omen on site, and Sky and Raze quite a bit a ways from heaven. Maybe making their way a little bit.
Well, yeah, again, that Raze can make its way in pretty quick if it needs to.
Some well-play smokes might be able to take control of site if we're able to take them out, but all this noise happening, we're already going to see Blinn making their way over towards B. All three completely out of focus from mid. Non trying to get one with a rocket there, not able to get one.
How did that happen? Canos makes his way in, and Conestoga is locked out from entering site. It looked like they were ready to move in and down to their final 2 players.
But J-Man's able to pick one up. It's left very low. He's going to get healed up by Kips. Kips still has that heal swinging. He's able to take out Omen. Now it's just one heaven.
10 seconds left.
No, this is great. Spike will go down. Mike's going to have to make a move here.
J-Man stunned back up. Not able to hit it there, but Kips swings. Can't get the kill, but leaves.
He just breathed on him.
Very low health.
Just breathe on him. At you. No! How does he clutch that out? That was very, very unfortunate. I thought for sure that we were going to manage another round win, but we tie up 2-2. I think they're definitely hurting over that one. As fun as we're having with this, I imagine the Condors are saying, how did we let that happen?
Yeah, that's a tough one to lose. I mean, I don't think who was left there? Prey? Kip wasn't really expecting Mike to be crouched down there. I'm not sure if J-Man knew how much he hit him, so he was still kind of aiming head level.
That's true, yeah.
And Mike kind of matrix dodged that shot.
Yeah, and that's tough. If you don't know, you can't get that intel. Okay, he's lit. Just, as I said, give a little you. Then you still want to go for that highest damage output. Heavy crosshairs placed high.
Exactly, yeah.
We're going to aim mid.
Yeah, once again, those mid players get out there so quickly. Non catches a lot of damage from that.
Yeah.
From that rocket launcher and gets taken out by Mike after hitting one of his trips.
Oh, Conestoga's not in a good position.
Prey's position being known by the Neuro uplink. Silly's able to pick one up, but gets traded out very quickly after. J-Man left alone over at mid. Kip still over towards A. Already Blinn completely neglecting B side as they know nobody's over there. Omen's already pushed all the way through.
Yeah.
So they're going to be ready for what Conestoga has for them.
Well, this is the thing now. They're kind of making their way over. They know that unless they've gone through spawn, that no one is pushing that B site.
Yeah.
And they know now that they can start the lockdown A or probably just go for the retake. If they allow this to plant, they have a massive advantage over Conestoga right now.
30 seconds left. J-Man maybe just checking flank, trying to see what's happening, but
they're not going to – are they just hiding?
I'm guessing they're just going to go for a save here. I think it's probably the best move, as all 4 players are over there.
I don't think it's going to go well for them, though.
Oh, but Kip does hear it, but not able to hit the shot, unfortunately.
Yeah.
J-Man also falls victim to Raze.
They had – yeah, I said it. I had a feeling you saw that positioning. Even if they did manage to get themselves back to spawn, there was another Blinn player that could have rotated around that B side into spawn and shut them down, right? There was really no escaping that force of Blinn. And a lead for Blinn. Put a couple on the board.
Yeah.
And again, still kind of punching ourselves in the arm. It's not a 3-2 in our favor right now. That one round could have been ours, but Mike clutched it out. And an early rollout. No one's at mid, and he gets flashed. So he's not even going to be able to get that early pick.
Interesting. Blinn switching it up all of a sudden. Playing no players mid and just stacking the sights this round. I guess they know the economy's down, so they don't want to lose anybody early to non. Right. He does that quite a bit.
Well, that's I told you how smart Blinn is as players, right? They anticipate a lot of this. Great shot from Prey. You'll love to see him lighten up the scoreboard early on.
A lot of trips, though, set up over at B, and with Viper there as well, it's going to be hard for them to push up through there. Neuro uplink is going out, though, for Conestoga, I believe. J-Man using that ult for sight. Don't see it a lot. Ulting on pistol rounds. Seeing Silly Shadow kind of TP in through those trips, but does get taken out by Viper. Prey doing what he does best, lurking, except Conestoga is falling very quickly. Non over at mid right now, kind of just getting pinched, though, between 2 players.
30 seconds left.
They don't have an idea that he's there.
Yeah, this is going to be a very difficult. With 20 seconds left and Spike down on site. Conestoga, yeah, no, you might want to get out of there.
I think he got tagged through a pre-fire through the wall.
Oh, he tries to at least get one.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if you can hurt economy, go for it, right? Like, you can try to force buys from your opponents, but at this point, Blinn is in a very good position, econ-wise, to continue steamrolling forward.
Yeah, they've got plenty of money to play with. $5,000 on their highest player, so he can buy for anybody he wants.
Yeah.
Conestoga has a pretty decent buy, but this is a round that they need so that they can have another one of those.
No, if we don't get this, we're back to square one, and the cycle continues. So we have to big play, and it's an A stack, and it might actually be the right play as Blinn has nobody on site.
Yeah, now they do have that whole Cypher setup over at A, but how much can that really delay an entire rotate from Blinn? They have to go in quick. Blinn's going to be there really soon. Nando pushes up already over towards Heaven. Ready for anybody to peek out of there. Smoke's going down, but Mike on the other side of that smoke ready for Non and is able to pick up 3 right after.
This was the push we needed. We had our entire squad commit to A. We needed the win, and we had the setup in our favor. With Silly down, we lose the chance. And I really think that just came down to some misplaced crosshairs and a couple missed shots. I mean,
Non really needed that first pick. It was so important getting that first pick on Mike, but
he was in such a good position.
Yeah, but Mike was in such a weird spot as well. I mean, he was just kind of playing. Usually, you're playing inside of the window, not like just in the smoke,
right?
And still staying there as it's fading out. but kind of stood his ground there, and it just ended up working out. Mountain's crosshair wasn't in the right spot.
Well,
wasn't able to get that, win that duel.
That's the thing they know is they get that information, they'll be fine, and Mike was ready to be the sacrifice, put into the next round. It's 5-2. A couple shots landed, but no one down. It's going to be a trade, 1-1. J-Man and O'Canis, and now we're down to 2 players for Conestoga with 3 on the board left for Blinn. That spike being dropped as well makes this difficult again for Conestoga.
Considering the economy, though, not a terrible round. J-Man was able to pick up 2. Just a classic and a sheriff. So love to see that, but now they're in quite a tricky spot to get a kill here. I think maybe they just want to get a trade.
Yeah.
But it's hard to get a trade when there's 3 players staring right at you.
I think that was what they wanted. I mean, the bomb buddy went out the other day, make sure they weren't going to get flanked, so they knew they could at least just try to force some picks through the ramp there. But yeah, Blinn's honestly locked in when it comes to landing their shots.
Yeah, mechanically they seem very sound right now, and especially their brains as well. I mean, they're just making the right plays.
No, they're taking into consideration almost every single variable that's in there. You mentioned they know there's low econ on the other side. They know which pick that they or which site that Conestoga is likely going on because of that. They know how to handle this mid, when to put pressure, when not to put pressure. This is why they had our number last time.
So quickly, too. The strongest players are already taken out. J-Man gets 1, but gets traded out by the ultimate. Silly's able to pick that up, but it's Silly versus 3.
All right, Silly Shadow, it's time for the 4-piece. Come on. Lock in, baby. Give us the clutch. 70 health. You got this. That's everything you need. Quick little flash. Is he going to get rushed? He doesn't know. We'll try to pick the corner. Crosshair is beautifully placed to get some shots landed, but what are you going to do when 3 other guns are trained right on you?
Not going in their favor whatsoever. Once again, economy in the gutter. Just sheriffs and light armor scene coming out from Conestoga.
This is something I question now because switching sides down the road, looking ahead a little bit, how do you feel about how they're playing? I mean, attack side, it fits Conestoga so well on this map, but not being able to get those rounds that you want, you're gonna be hurting going on to defense.
For sure, it's gonna be tough, especially the fact that they don't have a double controller, so they can't really throw too many smokes down. Like we're seeing Blinn have so much extra control over sites. If they hear something at one site, they'll set smokes up there, and they always have their smokes set up mid. Without that extra map control, it's going to be a lot harder to defend.
Spaz is going to take Prey out of the play. We're still locked in around mid. We've got 4 players left. At least we're traded. And there's another one. Okay. The plan working out. Watch your corners there. Showstopper ready to rock. No one on site. Watch out, Non. He's getting right in there. His team's right behind him, but they got to watch out. They're going to get cut off up in heaven. And there's going to be those 2 players to shut down Kip and Non. They're down, and it's down to our last. Oh, right in front of you. Get the shot. Still, he can't do it. And defenders win again. It's Blinn with an 8th on the board.
Timeout coming out from Conestoga. Need to figure out what Blinn's doing that is being so dominating towards them this half.
Honestly, it's a lot of things.
It is a lot of things, but they need to figure those out and how they can counter them. So.
I said to you before, though, regardless, that this is going to be a fun one to watch because, and I imagine for the players, this is great too because this is an amazing amount of experience. I don't know how much they scrim them off, but I imagine it's hard to get experience like this because I wonder what teams Blinn would be scrimming with.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and a lot of times you want to scrim people better than you, but the people better than you won't want to scrim with you because you're not better than them, right? Because that's how you get good experience. So this, regardless, is amazing experience, and it's going to make, if we do end up in the lower bracket, a lower bracket run a little bit easier. This isn't over yet, so I don't want to say when. But yeah, there are just these massive things. I mean, it comes down to, again, as you said, the mechs. They're landing their shots every single time. They're also calling out any of the habits that Conestoga has started to display.
Yes. Hey, they've been doing. I mean, they must have done their homework because they seem so ready for anything that Conestoga's trying to throw at them.
And I bet you Conestoga did too, and I wonder if that's why we're seeing some of those strong mid pushes by Non right off the bat. They're like, hey, I know what their setups are. But we're not going to see that similar setup at mid. They're hanging back a little bit, Blinn is. As Non tries to force his way in really heavy, makes some noise, says, guys, I'm here. I want you to know.
Trying something different here from Conestoga. They're trying to go through, get that mid control and go through A to get heaven control so they could take A. But we lost Silly so early, and without those smokes, it's going to be so hard to take that site.
It's not going to be easy, and I think that information gives enough to Blinn so that they know where to go. Oh, my goodness. Ocanos with the ob takes down one, but we do get retaliation. We have Prey looking for another one, but he can't find him through the cage. These cages just getting in their way. Watching the corners. Prey, he knows there's two players that he needs to watch out for. Maki will come around one. Monsi will get J-Man. Now it's just down to Kip.
30 seconds left.
Monsi with that Molotov was just so well placed. He saw the cage go up. He just threw it right in there, and that gave the sound cue, and instantly they knew exactly where Prey was.
No, those cages were huge in preventing this advance from Conestoga. And now Kip, I don't know if he's just, it looks like he's just going to go for the site. He's just going to run away, make sure no one's trying to peek him, take him out. Because there's no way you're getting this planted at this point.
Hoping for maybe a pick, but Blinn doesn't want to give any up.
9-2.
Last round for Conestoga to get the round on the board. We're switching to defense. Kip hasn't quite found his footing yet. Doesn't seem. 0-8, not going too well. Usually we see Kip towards the top of the leaderboard, but not looking too great.
Yeah, it's real hard. They're struggling to find it. We haven't seen a straight B rush yet.
We haven't. It looks like we just might now, but it's so hard with that setup they have for with Cypher. Especially with how many they've been playing over at mid, ready for that rotate. It's tricky.
Right. Now, I want to know what the strat is by saying, hey, guys, we're at B site. Because Blinn immediately collapses on it now and knows that they're there. And it's going to be a harder time for them.
Right. And you got that one-way cage pushing through, makes it that much harder. Now, we do have a smoke coming out from Silly, but
oh my God,
so much all in a couple of seconds.
What just happened there? Silly's the last one alive. He's not. Oh, he does take it down, clutch it out. Silly, one last to take down. The 1v1 does not go in his favor. Blinn further now on the scoreboard. They're into double digits, and we do finally make our way to defense. But offense was just not working out for us.
Yeah, a lot of factors for why that happened. It seemed like for the most part, I think it was just their Blinn's rotates were just so on point. They always had 3 or even 4 a lot of the times to defend one site, the exact site that Conestoga was going to.
Well, pistol round could be a chance for us to grab a couple of these back. You win the pistol round, you hopefully win the next one. But again, we did see a 1-1 before. We saw the trade early on. Ooh.
Big nade, though.
It got no one.
No, they didn't get anybody. I thought it got Omen there for a second.
Yeah, good reposition from Non. But he can't get a kill. Conestoga down a player. Do manage to get another one themselves, but it's 3-3. And we do have Blinn on site planting. So we're going to have to wait for the rest of the Condors to show up. Taking a stroll through the alley.
Looks like they're all kind of waiting for everybody to get ready, and maybe they're all going to converge in at once.
I mean, that's really what you have to do. And there it is, util out. See if they can get the info. Smoke's blocking their view. They're going to have to just dive on through. No one in elbow. There's going to be someone back sight, though. They at least have that information. There's one around the corner. Nice. They walk away unscathed. Another one. Kip takes down Mikey. And the last one on the board is off the board.
Wow, what a great retake. Kip looks like he might have found his footing a little bit. Those were some really nice shots from Kip, and especially Silly as well. So wasn't looking too good for Condors, but they really brought it back.
Yeah,
that pistol round.
That was just in time too, because any later,
yeah,
and they were looking at a bomb exploding in their face, but they managed to steal one away. Only a 7-round difference. I say only. That is a large round difference and a large journey ahead of Conestoga. But they do have at least the pistol round to their advantage. And if they play this right, honestly, they could be in a good position.
For sure, but it looks like Blinn is full 5 stacking over towards A. It's just Kip over there. A lot of Conestogas rotating pretty early now. They do have a force buy because they got that plant down, got the extra money, so we're seeing stingers and light armor coming out from all of Blinn.
Ooh, watch your back. Prey saves him in the smoke. And being a player up is great. Prey is hurting, but it doesn't matter.
Spotted one on the cam, but 15 HP, not the smartest peek to take.
Uh-oh, those vents, there's going to be action there. I want to know what happened there. It's going to be Nan and Maki. Monsi's going to get one on. We're trading back and forth, but we come out on top. Nan is going to get the heck out of there. Onto site, but just cleaned up by Spaz. And on site, Kip trying to make his way around. Does get the kill. Spaz off the board and one more in heaven. Yeah. Fake the defuse. He's trying to get the pick. We've got 2 defending it. They're just going to stick it straight on through. Body block him. Hold on. And another one for Conestoga.
J-Man holding it down, letting his teammate defuse that. Great to see. I think it was it Silly there that was just running through all of J-Man's util over on a site?
Oh, yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, just didn't even care. J-Man was clearing that corner out and just running in there. I think was able to pick one up as well. Got stunned, got aftershock, but
he just kept on going.
Kept on going.
He's like, I don't care. Hey, this is massive now for Conestoga.
Yeah.
I mean, even just getting a few on the board, regardless of the end result, this is huge. You know you can take rounds off Blinn. Yeah. It's massive for the mental.
Another full-on A push with stingers coming through from Blinn. Now, if Conestoga was able to hold it with less util and less firepower, I'd like to hope they can do it this round with more so.
Right. If we get the early pick, then maybe we can. Did he get the information there? He's blinded. He can't get it, but a spray. Silly Shadow helps him out. Yeah.
Saving the day.
But this is massive now for them because now they're going to go into this retake with an extra player.
Yeah.
And they're going to get set up. I think they know the plan. They know where to execute. Yeah, they know someone's there. Oh, no, but they turn away just in time. And Maki's going to get 2 on the board. Mikey takes Prey out as well, down to the last 2 players. They started off in our favor, but no longer.
Yeah, we saw that spot was just such a good spot from Sky, and was able to end up getting 2 off that as well. Conestoga really didn't need to lose Nan in the first place, but at least get the trade on that. But they weren't quite able to get that, and I think that's kind of what was their downfall that round.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt too. Yeah, because with the entire team wiped, they're gonna have to just hang out. We have a couple sheriffs on the board.
Pretty big reset for Conestoga. They spent a lot of money that last round. Had some strong firepower, but nothing going into this round.
Yeah, and the fact that they walked into that with advantage too and still did not get the win. That's some early information for them, though. They know where Blinn might be setting up, but Blinn is being cheeky, walking around. J-Man connects with Mikey.
Nan and J-Man both shooting in the exact right spot there.
That's massive for the squad. Might make Blinn reconsider. No, that Prey's trying to get on site, does not see Prey below. Oh, no. They'll get washed out. The acid. Too strong for him. And down to our last player, it seems so often that Conestoga starts the round right, but then quickly loses control after. Ooh.
J-Man is getting that first pick.
All right, J-Man, lock it in. There's only 2 left. It's time for you to clutch it up, baby. He is slowly but surely making his way on site. Smokes out. That's going to let him know that he does need to watch that in case anyone goes around, but giving away position. Flash hits no one. And he's going to watch that backside rotate. He's going to take down one. Let's see it. Monsi last on board. Can he push him off? He's got to get that defuse immediately, but he doesn't check the corner.
Yeah, Monsi just... Oh, he didn't stay. I thought he stood in that aftershock for a while, but he didn't actually. He was able to get out of it just barely and swing J-Man.
Yeah, I think J-Man threw out the aftershock and thought maybe he was safe because he didn't see anyone fly out from behind the boxes. And unfortunately, that was just a smart play from that last Blinn player.
Yeah, we saw on the replay he was just backed up just enough to be able to swing out and take him out.
That was a smart play, and this is what Conestoga's up against. I said before, it's not just that they can shoot. It's that they make a lot of great decisions in their positioning. Oh, hello. Oh, how did Non not walk away with that?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Okanos gets it.
J-Man had a great flash, but Non was able to pick it up. And
I know exactly
where. Seekers coming out. 2 ultimates coming out from Blinn. They want to shut it out here. Still going to let that happen, though. Seekers going out from our side as well. So he's able to pick one up, gets traded out shortly after by Mikey.
Yeah. This is match point that they're holding on to now. At this point, Conestoga has to run the rest of the rounds without losing a single, and they're not starting in the best position. Down a player with the spike down as well. They've got to go for the retake. Blinn looks to be set up in a really good position to hold this. But there's one. Okay, Okanos off the board.
What do they expect? One from over at mid. Doesn't even matter as both those players got taken out. It's all up to J-Man once again.
Hey, we saw him almost do it before.
We did, but a lot less time to work with.
Oh, look how close players getting to him. And Blinn is going to walk away with the win. What we may have expected on paper came to fruition, and we'll have to try again on the next map. But again, we've said it, Ascent is a map that sometimes goes our way, sometimes doesn't. And against a team like Blinn, you don't know where the odds lay. Probably not in your favor, but at the same time, rounds on the board. This is valuable data, and you know it could still lock in if they can get the next one and bring that to decider.
Yeah.
I'd be excited to see that. I'm curious what the team
thinks.
That'd
be nice to see, yeah. But a tough game for sure. Our strongest players just weren't able to find their footing that time. Kip going 6-12. Usually we see him towards the top of the leaderboard, but he was just having a tough time finding those frags against Blinn.
And that's the thing I said is all these players can do really well, but it just feels like the team wasn't as locked in as they have been in the past. I've seen them all enter flow state at the same time and execute. And there were moments, and it's going to happen against a better team.
Yeah,
that team is going to showcase your flaws a little bit more. But there were moments where you saw those flaws being taken advantage of.
Yeah,
and those little gaps spread and just ripped apart. Right?
Yeah. I think maybe Conestoga I think one of their main things was they were committing to sites too much, and they were taking too long, so they were forced to commit to them.
Right.
We saw Blinn rotate so fast, right?
And that's what I said to expect from them, too.
Exactly. And if they were able to take advantage of that, they might have had a lot more free sites and been able to get more bomb plants. But fortunately, we weren't able to figure that out.
They were not. We'll find out, though, if they can step up against the Titans of Blinn. We do have a match point for the series on the other side of a break. Let's see if the Condors can shut that down. Hello and welcome back to Conestoga College as we carry on in the playoffs for Conestoga Condors Val Gold Squad. I'm Leaf, and Mucha is still hanging out with me as we try to watch if we can get redemption against our nemesis of Blinn, because they've shut us down before and they're starting to do that again. Map 1 did not go in our favor.
No, it didn't.
No.
It was our map pick as well, and we've seen some really great stuff on Split from Condors. We're on Ascent now, which has been a pretty back and forth map for us this season. But if they can lock in and get this, we'll be moving on to Sunset for the decider.
Which I'd be excited for.
I'd be very excited for that.
I would love to see, just because like seeing Sunset, we don't get to see it often. We saw it yesterday.
Yeah.
So that was exciting. And also because if we go to map 3, that means we've won this one.
Yep.
On our opponent's pick, right?
Exactly. And that'd be pretty great to watch. That'd be a spectacle for sure.
Oh, absolutely. And I do wonder if this pick was a Blinn saying we're strong, or we know some of the troubles that Conestoga has been having on the map.
That's a good point. I mean, they definitely did their homework from what we saw last game.
Yep.
Ready for a lot of what Conestoga had in store and what they've been doing a lot this season.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe trying to break some of those habits this map, or maybe just switch things up on the fly, change the game plan up completely. As you see your opponent's done that homework, maybe if you can just switch it up on the fly, it might work out.
Just use some crazy stuff.
Yeah, just screw it, just do some crazy stuff. Just 5 push down mid through every smoke.
Pull out some Counter-Strike boosts.
Yeah, some Counter-Strike boosts. Start jumping on people, just break the game.
Yeah, it's just why not.
Get into the code of it a little bit. And,
no, this isn't Apex. No one's getting in there. But yeah, no, I hope to see something exciting. I doubt we'll see anything wild maybe when it comes to agents, but maybe it could.
J-Man, have we seen J-Man play Sova?
J-Man on Sova. We've seen Sova. Has it been J-Man is a good question that I don't think I can answer.
Okay. But, yeah, J-Man on Sova. I haven't watched too many, but I don't think we see him on it too often. I know we see a lot of KO on Ascent. That's a very, very common pick. Right. I think we usually still see him on his classic Breach. Could be wrong, though.
I genuinely cannot remember now. I think you're right, though. Yeah, I'm racking the brain. Okay. But we do have all teams locked in. How do you feel about both teams now? I mean, it's not quite a mirror, but a lot of similarities.
Yeah, Prey going for that KJ again. I'm not too sure what he normally. I know he's a very strong Cypher player, but opting for KJ this time around. Very strong player, but doesn't have as much utility to kind of hold a site alone, which we see Cypher players doing a lot. You kind of just have them alone on site, and you play off their trips, their one-ways for the cages, whatever setup they have, so you can rotate in earlier.
Well, I wonder if that indicates how they're approaching this next matchup then, if this is going to be more of a team-oriented thing rather than having those solo plays, because I think that's what the squad needs right now. There have been a couple of issues with landing shots in those solo engagements.
Yeah.
So if they can work together, they're going to have a much better chance at getting those frags when they need to.
For sure. It looks like we're still actually seeing that solo setup coming out from Kip. Or sorry, not Kip, from Prey. Holding it down low and over at B.
Well, let's just ignore everything I just said then.
Yeah. Guess so. Nan was it Kip with him?
Right.
Oh, okay, I thought they were just going to both sit in that corner and do something cheeky. But
well, here we are now into our second map. Playoff time. Our life is on the line to head down into the lower bracket. We'll see if we can stay up here through the wall. Nan is going to find that first frag, as we do have Blinn completely collapsing onto site.
Spike's already down, set up for Sova over in A main. Conestoga all over at Heaven, but pretty much the entirety of Blinn, aside from Sova, is underneath Heaven.
A strong position from Nan, but he could be targeted from any direction at this point. Through the smoke, and there's the information going to go out, but Are we going to come out on top? We get 2. Mikey does take down Kip. And with that last one alive, we should be able to get the defuse smokers up as well. And they start taking out Mods. He does manage to grab a couple kills, but it doesn't matter because they didn't get Prey, and he was the one defusing.
Yeah. I think Kip was so happy there.
It's okay, Kip. You don't need to cry.
So happy he's wiping tears away from winning that round.
Yeah. He's like, oh, we've done it.
That's crazy.
But now we do go into our second round. Again, last time we won Pistol on first map. Right? You know, it's cool and all, but then we lost the second round.
Yeah,
right after.
If we can hold on to a little bit of economy and win this round, things are going to be looking up. But getting that plant down, Blinn's going to have all those at light armor and the stingers. Drone coming out does get hit by that recon bolt. Non's going to already have to push out, and that's full sight once again for Blinn. Has in a problematic spot though, and is able to take out Non.
Yeah, don't get that first frag, but with the dart out, maybe get some information.
Yeah, some trades going out. Be able to get that kill on the jet, and already coming through tree. Kip pushed out pretty far here. Does have a knife as well, so he can kind of stop any of that util if he needs to. They're opting in to just push.
Wow.
Kip's able to pick one up. Prey running in through, but not able to get anybody. It's all up to J-Man over in heaven, but it's not looking too good for him. He has to drop here and get this first pick. Does pick it up, but can't. The last pick on Mikey.
Yeah, that was tough. I mean, it wasn't even just Mikey to get through left. There was still that Osova, so there was a little bit of a battle to get through. And once again, we see that same story. 1-to-1 on the board. It's not a common thing to see, but Blinn is such a strong team. Such a strong team that you have to expect that they're going to be able to fight back even when they're at disadvantage.
I mean, they're darn good with those stingers. That's not an easy weapon to use, but somehow they make it happen. Nando pushing through. Does he dash out in time? He doesn't. Instantly throws out that paranoia. Already 2 of Conestoga's players are off the board.
Yeah. See Kip out. He got a bit of his reaction as well there. He's not the happiest maybe with something right now, and I think I can agree. It's like, as you mentioned before, Kip, a player we usually see getting a lot of frags. He's usually on the top of the scoreboard, and he's just not there, but Silly Shadow is trying to be that player right now, too. And we bring things back to a more manageable situation, but that spike is going to need to be dealt with. And with Silly no longer in contention for being alive, it's down to Prey. I think he might just opt to hang out.
Yeah, not enough time left at all. Dart goes out, doesn't get spotted, but I think he spotted him on the jump there. Spaz ready for it and does take out Prey. Now, Silly did do a pretty good job of picking up 3 kills there, ruining the economy slightly, but for the most part, they're still going to be pretty healthy. Have plenty of guns. Conestoga, though, on more of an even buy. We're not seeing full heavy armor coming out. But light armor, I mean, listen, at this level of gameplay, most people are hitting headshots anyways, right? So
right.
How much does the full armor versus light armor really matter? On rounds where everybody's got Vandals. Now, we're seeing an Odin coming out from Sova. Wonder if he's trying to dart and maybe get one through the wall, but it's a good spam spot. See it a lot more on this map, but more so on defense.
Right. Well, we're going to find out what's going to happen now. Ooh, Non is trying to switch it up. He gets one taken down, spraying through the smoke. Isn't going to connect with another one. Oh, what's going on over there, though? Spaz taking him out, and the Condor is dropping like flies. Blinn on site. Another one is missing. Prey yet again, the last alive.
He's getting spotted by that dart.
Bye.
Oh, Blinn starting to chase him down. I'm not too sure. How did Spaz get on site so quick? I'm guessing he TP'd in, but because there was smoke that made it safe for him to get one.
I missed it as well. I was busy watching the chaos of everything else.
Yeah, there it is, Spaz picking up the ace that round.
We'll have to refer to the analysts on desk later.
Yeah.
Get them to drop. What happened there? Wait, that's us.
Oh boy. We're not doing our jobs.
There's a lot that happens in Valorant.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can't know everything.
I am doing all right considering.
Yeah. Whatever it was, it wasn't good.
Yeah, right. Not good for us. That's for certainly.
Yeah.
For certainly. Oh, look at this stack over on A side this time. We might be ready for it, but
Non getting hit with that Sova dart still would have picked one up on an enemy jet. Sitting in that smoke, ready to swing out and get another one. Prey also picking one up. Kip getting a perfect blind. Silly's going to pick it up. And just one player left for Blinn. 4 left for Conestoga. That's going to be the round. So quick.
Okay, you can't complain too much about that one. That's pretty good. Prey again. You see it on his face. He's a player that I'm so happy is sitting in the middle of all of them because the second they get one round win, he's just smiling. Yeah. He's yelling from ear to ear. Yeah, look at him. You see a little pop off at the end there. It's great. And that's the energy you need. Because regardless, I mean, you go into this knowing, okay, we're at a disadvantage, guys. We know what Blinn is capable of.
Yeah.
It still kind of sucks when you're losing this many rounds, right?
For sure.
So to have a player be able to pick you up again like that is so – it's underrated. It's very underrated.
Yeah. Non did start rotating pretty early there. But the Silly underneath Heaven does pick up one, and Kip does get the kill on Maki, who was ulted. But still up with that ultimate ability, shutting down every other player's utility. 2 left on Conestoga's side. Kip's able to pick one up though, bring it to 2v2. Very early ultimate coming out from Sova on Blinn's side. They don't really have anything set up for post plan. I guess they were trying to shut it down really early, not really thinking about it.
I mean, some of their risky plays have worked out for them. I mean, they've caught the Condors off so many times, but this didn't happen here. Oh, hello, Monty. You gotta watch where you put your face. Oh,
J-Man's able to pick up that last one, tying it up 3-3.
Yeah, that was an interesting peek from Monty too. He was just standing there.
I think he was droning out. I don't think he knew his shoulder was.
Did he forget?
Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, he had the drone.
Oh,
out.
he did. You're right. Yeah.
And he didn't. He jumped and threw it. I guess he like overshot it a little bit. So it was
oops.
He's peeking out. Yeah, it's a big oopsie, but
hey, we'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take it for sure.
Those are the small mistakes you need to capitalize on because if you're not capitalizing on those few opportunities that you're given, there's no way that you're going to win.
Yeah.
So I love that Steak was taken advantage of. Oh, that's a lot of information. None is going to let everyone know that they're all around mid.
Yeah, but that information
Where'd we go?
Didn't do too much. Where'd we go is a good question because I don't know. And just playing around these smokes, but now we pick one up. It's up to Prey and wondering if he just saves here. They have a decent economy. They have a buy for next round. But not too much you can do. 1v4. Now players are low, but I'm not sure how much knowledge he has on that.
No, they are coming for him though.
Yeah, they're hunting him down. He's gonna peek this corner. See one, see 2 more. Does pick up one. Picks up a second. It's taken out shortly after though.
Hey, that's the best you can hope for. To be honest.
Almost got that third. 5 HP. If he just got one lucky bullet, that'd have been nice. But killing 3, all set up for a trade is not an easy task whatsoever.
Non, see it in the bottom corner there. He's looking to rock the op.
Yeah, it looks like it. And
Which is interesting. I actually can't remember the last time I've seen Non with an op.
Okay, yeah. On this map, it's probably a little bit more. He also plays Raze, so Raze isn't as strong with an op. Jet is, because you kind of have that. You miss a shot, you can get out of there. You hit the shot, you can get out of there.
True.
But Jesus Christ, that was a shot to see. Got taken out by a crazy counter strafe from the enemy Jet. Not what you want to lose. Now, Non did get one really early, but losing that mid control is really good.
And I do wonder, did Blinn pick it up? as well. Did they manage to steal it?
I can't imagine they did on attack. Oh, actually they did.
Yep.
Okay, I guess feeling confident.
Question
I guess
answered.
This is a position you probably could because you can hold those rotates. But yeah, Prey's able to pick that up. It's not really the strongest weapon for attack for sure.
Right here.
Or if Silly Shadow looks like he might be getting involved in a conversation that's not so friendly over there.
Yeah, J-Man with a good ultimate, but this round no players ended up playing underneath Heaven. But Prey's able to pick one up, and Silly kind of sitting there, does have the ultimate ability out. Oh, and J-Man's able to pick it up, get that round.
At least they're able to pull it through. I was very worried they were all about to that they were all about to just line up, walk through the slaughterhouse there for a moment.
Yeah.
We've certainly seen that happen before.
Yeah, that was good, but Kip saving that ult for the perfect time, was able to disable everybody's util and make that a lot easier for Conestoga to take. So,
hey, 4-4 now.
Yeah,
this is
4-4, back and forth, more than I thought it'd be, to be honest.
Yeah,
but I mean, I'm happy.
No, this is great, especially with this map being Blinn's pick. The fact that we're locking in some of these rounds already. I mean, 4-4, you're getting that much closer to halfway, and you're still tied. That's absolutely phenomenal, considering especially how map 1 went.
Yeah. Blinn's slowing it down a little bit. They've been playing really aggressive, and it hasn't really been working out too much in their favor. It's playing a little bit slower.
It does also feel like, again, Conestoga's been doing a good job of playing a little more instinctively as well.
Yeah,
I think
and look at this. Already 2 players leaving A and going towards mid. And after that knife, surely they're going to rotate super early. Ultimate is going out from the KO. Oh, but Kip is actually able to take out 2.
Ooh, that's the Kip you were looking for.
Yeah. He's found it. And Kip's able to get a 3rd again, but gets taken out by Mike. He was left alone on site, but J-Man and Silly are behind. Gonna get spotted by that trip and does take some damage from that shock dart. Another one goes up, but just barely misses.
Yeah, this is going to be clutch it up time. J-Man, honestly, being the last alive quite often, has been doing a good job. He's going to be able to...
He's got plenty of util here, too, to try and get some positions figured out, but Silly Shadow TP's over there and gets taken out from the player over in Market. It's all up to J-Man. Time is ticking down, but I think he's going to go for a save here.
Well, that's the thing, too, because you're not making that push, and all Blinn has to do there is not peek that corner, and they win this one. Nice. That's going to be great. At least one on the board. Monty, good night. The other 2 will take their leave through mid. And point lead.
Oh, but he gets...
Wait, what?
Where did he get...
Oh, did they
I guess they put... Yeah, I think they pushed all the way through. I wasn't even paying attention at all.
Neither was he.
Yeah, I guess not. Wow, well... Hate to see that. Not the greatest economy coming out from Condors. I think that that Vandal might have done some work for them this round. But regardless, players don't have the best economy whatsoever.
No, but that means, again, as I was trying to say before, is I think they do look like they're playing a little more instinctively, and I think they needed that to get themselves into flow state a little bit.
Pulling those knives out super early. Oh, but a player.
Yeah, we have some fights going on.
He's got the game sense, though. He's ready for it. He hits that first knife right on Spaz's head. J-Man does get taken out, though, on site. Not too much you can do with the firepower he's got. And Non also getting taken out. Up to Silly, Kip. Not just Silly. It was a classic and a dream.
Classic and a dream. He's going to do it right now. Watch this. Silly. He's going to pop one. No. I was getting ready for some hype commentary.
That would have been something.
You saw me. I leaned forward and everything. I got gamer position on.
Gamer position.
I was ready for that.
I was ready too, but fortunately didn't get it. Almost.
Yeah. 2-round lead for Blinn. Condors have managed to keep themselves in this back and forth, but this is where some bleeding could start because Econ is going to be severely lopsided.
This is a very important round. If they can win this, they have a chance of winning
Still
the
back
half.
in,
If they don't, it's going to be really tough for them to get that win over on the half.
Right. Well, a slow move, but moving up through mid, and Maki is going to connect with Non.
Yeah, Non killed through just a sliver of sight line there.
Oh,
Silly
great util.
Sitting there on smoke, though.
Phenomenal util coming out from Blinn, and that just shuts down any chance for Conestoga to hold that site confidently. The plant is down, and the last two Conestoga players need to get right out of there, knowing that this is not going to go in their favor.
Yeah. It's been tough because Kip has barely ever been at the site that they're pushing. He can't shut down any of that util with his knife. It's just been kind of almost up to chance, it seems, that he hasn't been there. So,
or is it Blinn making all the right calls?
Maybe they're maybe we need to check their PCs.
Or they've seen this before.
Yeah.
They've seen Kip. Maybe there's some sort of habit
that
they've locked onto.
That's true. We haven't seen him play B at all, really, so it's kind of hard for him to shut down util there.
Hey.
He gets a trade, though.
Get another one.
The TP does get another one. And 3 for Kip that round. Picking up a little bit more economy. He can buy somebody.
It's great. Force him to rebuy. That's the most you can do. Conestoga.
Guardians and a Phantom. That's what they got here against a fully equipped Blinn.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
We're gonna light him up. What is this?
It's a Guardian. Rush? If you hit click the head, you know.
Yeah. What is this? A rush? Are you weirdos? Ain't nothing. Conestoga, lock it in. Smoke's there. Non is on the hunt now. He's got to just honestly land one of those shots, and somehow
he wasn't moving. He got
yeah, but Spike is now planted on site. Non is flashed. He'll have to make his way out of there. He does still have to watch behind him. Really he knows though, but he does get
it up.
Nice, that's great. He does manage to take down Okeanos. Spaz drops prey on site now. Conestoga with the upper hand. They just have one left to lock in. Where is he? Around the corner. Hello, your shoulder is peeking out again. Conestoga taking another round off of Blinn, and they bring it to a 7-5.
Kip really shining through this game for sure. Definitely having a better game than last game. He's getting a lot of multi kills.
Right.
What was that? Three this round. Yeah.
Is that the same guy's shoulder sticking out?
Was it the Sova?
Oh no, it wasn't.
No, okay. It was. That'd be a pretty major blunder.
That'd be funny. It was just twice his right shoulder just gets taken out. Well, coming into second half, I gotta say, I'm kind of happy with the scoreline.
Yeah,
considering how map 1 went.
Yeah, they already have more rounds on the board than the map 1, right? I think they have 4. So doing pretty good. A lot of Blinn set up at mid. They really like to stack a lot over at mid.
Okay, wait. Non's just about to pop all of them. They're going to push through, make a mistake, and he's going to light them up.
He's got that smoke to fall back on. Trey's able to pick one up. Non picking up another.
Told you.
And one more. Man advantage by 2 going to Conestoga. 2 players are very low, though.
Watch
Non around in this corner.
No!
Doesn't check it.
Trigger discipline.
The trigger discipline, though.
Oh, he's following him. No, he's watching. Oh, my God, the trigger discipline. Monsi, you got to give him a shout out for that one.
He's trying to find some more. Luckily, nobody else was behind Non there, or else that could have been tough. But 2v2 for Conestoga. They got full control of site. Spike planted. They got confidence in their eyes.
No, that's all right. This is great because it's going to be on to Blinn for the retake. Mikey, he's going to get the peek. There's J-Man ready for him. Crosshairs on the right spot. They know the last one's up there on a ledge, and I shut him down. That's going to be another win on the board for the Condors.
Another pistol round win from Condors. I think they've won every pistol round, haven't they? Like on both maps?
If not, the worst was losing one. But yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
So hopefully this trend of losing the following round doesn't.
That's the other thing is we then proceeded to lose the next round.
Yeah. So, but hey, they didn't. They weren't on attack, so they weren't able to get any extra economy from a plant.
Right.
So they don't have those stingers and light armor.
Before we get into it, what do you want to see them do then, since they got the econ advantage?
Not die.
Like that, thanks.
That's simple. Just not lose anybody.
Thanks, Mom. Yeah, they're just holding it long, trying to make sure they can figure out what kind of advantage they have. Because again, if they're going to have those longer range shots in their favor, you may as well just hold it back a bit and get the information you need before making your move. You don't need to make that early aggression.
I think maybe a little bit of noise went out over towards B. I'd have to assume because a lot of players kind of made their way over there and shot some util. And yeah, it looks like 3 are rotated over there, and now mid's completely open for Conestoga.
And they're going to make their way on through. It's going to be B site that they decide to pick bar, but Okeanos, oh my God, is right. Locks down 2 of our players. A third is gone. Now Okeanos is looking for the ace on Conestoga.
And getting pushed down by 3 players, but is able to take out 2 of them. Kip, knowledgeable of where the other players are.
Oh my God, Kip. Now's the time to lock in. You can do this. 1, 2, 3. No, not going to quite. You got the 1. That was great, though. J-Man definitely gave a confidence boost
for sure
to Kip on that round.
Right. Once again, that trend of losing the following round after winning pistol it's been followed. It's not what you want to happen, especially on games that are this close.
Right.
It's so important to win that round after. I mean, just classics and a sheriff, but the shots that Okeanos hit there are just, I mean, that's inhuman. Flicking over to pray like that.
That was unfair. I mean, it was just it was this. I guess the embodiment of what we've seen from Blinn before in their mechs. I mean, they're just very strong players in general.
Yeah, they are.
Still, only a 2-round lead over Conestoga. A reminder that
you felt that one.
Yeah, I felt that. Reminder that this is the upper bracket life on the line. We still have the lower bracket, but we'd like to not go there if we can avoid it. Blinn does have our number. They 2-0'd us last time we faced them down. So Conestoga keeping it within 2. This is a massive, massive series for them. Regardless of win or loss, just for the pride, this is massive.
Yeah. I've got Mikey set up on his cam. I think he maybe spotted some, but 3 players on the other side of the barrel of 3 guns. Tough one. So sight right now going to Conestoga.
Right.
That's what we need to see. Man advantage. We got some guns now. Kip.
What just happened?
I don't know. There was. I don't think there was a dart down either, right? He just shot for funsies and got a killsies. So
dude just decided to shoot through the smoke, and there was a head.
Yep. And that's exactly what you need. I mean, you're down in terms of util firepower and armor, and you pick up 1 more for the man advantage. That's great.
This is what I said. Conestoga starting to play with instinct. They're just doing what their gut tells them. And they are locking it in down to 1 round differential. I don't think differential is the word to use there. That's a car part.
That is a car part.
Yeah.
But if they were a differential, they'd be a locked diff.
Locked diff? Okay.
Yeah, that's what all the race cars have.
Ah, I see. Because they're going fast.
Yeah, they're going fast. And Conestoga doing great. Playing refined like an F1 car. Okay.
Okay, I like it. Okay, sleek.
But yeah, I mean, they're doing great. Only down 1 round, and they have the economy advantage for the most part this round. I mean, there are quite a few vandals over at mid, but Monsi hitting just an absolutely ridiculous shot on Non.
Yeah. They're getting retaliation for Kip's shot earlier. Kip going off instinct, and his instinct said, hold down the trigger. Spray into the abyss. They're going to back off. They might get some information. Oh, just before they see a player pushing up on them, and that mid is going to be scattered with Blinn
Are they
players.
going towards B though?
Looks like a split.
Oh, but wait, Prey being spotted on that might keep them there a little bit longer. Conestoga has to start making their way
Yeah, that's
over with the
problematic.
spike towards A, but
They're going to go through mid. They just wanted that mid to clear out. That actually might have helped them being spotted. Because, oh, but that spike is going to be dropped. That is not what you wanted to happen.
oh, and time's running out too. 35 seconds to get that spike and get to a site. But Blinn's actually set up over at A, which is a little bit confusing. Oh, Kip gets flashed and isn't able to pick up that kill. 20 seconds left. Conestoga not much room to play with whatsoever. They have to push on this site and get these 2 frags instantly, or they're not going to have enough time.
I do it, Brett. Oh?
Almost get it through the smoke, but 10 seconds left. I don't think they have the time. They just have
They
to
do
try.
not have the time. All they can do is just try and, get the kills if they can.
Yeah,
Just
but
pray no there's another one around the corner here. One up top, one down low. And both of them are going to do what they need to do and kill you. Run away. All right. Still a 2-round lead. But may I remind you that this is the team that shut us down last time.
On our map pick. So
And previously in the season.
yeah,
And we are now going toe-and-toe with them, round and round. Only 2 down. We keep getting it back within 1. The problem is we can't get in front of them. And that's the furthest in front we've gotten is the first pistol round.
yeah, that does seem to be the problem. And I don't know if you know this, but you got to be ahead to win.
It's not goal score.
Yeah. So.
Glad we sorted that out early. I'll go let them know.
Yeah. But seeing the KJ out going out, looks like they're going to make their ways in. But Okeanos, once again, just hitting these ridiculous shots and ultimate abilities going left and right. J-Man picking one up. There's picking one up, but whole lot of stuff happening at once. Whole lot of stuff on the screen.
Yeah, 2 players left. We're not in the best position now.
Player standing.
1 player left. It's even a worse position. Yeah, double digits look inevitable now for Blinn as they try to head their way towards a 2-0 win over Conestoga. Look at that. J-Man gets 1. It's better than none, but man, oh man. The journey up this mountain continues to be a difficult one.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just a steep hill. There's a little bit of rain turning the dirt into mud.
Oh. That ain't good.
No.
That ain't good.
Gonna slip.
But hopefully they got some spikes on there.
They might, but still, you got to take
deployable spikes. They can.
Still got to take it slow and steady up that hill. Non does get at least that first kill. That's his job. And they're going to know where the other one is. Back of sight. But they are doing their job just well. Spaz is continuing to light up the scoreboard. Uh-oh.
Yeah, Prey really wanted to get his teammate back up there, but not able to. I'm not too sure who is left on site there, but that player really needed to stay alive so that they could end up getting that revive and having 3.
Well, here it is. Final 2 rounds potentially. If Condors cannot take any more away from Blinn, we'll see what they got. Still, regardless, they are putting up a fight. They are showing that the potential for this Condors Valorant squad is there.
Yeah.
They have what it takes to continue on through this bracket and maybe face a rematch, even if they can't get the win here. But it's possible.
It's possible. Anything's
to
possible.
lock in here. Let's just hope the lock-in happens. Our opponents maybe make a couple mistakes in there, but
that'd be nice. It looks like they're pushing through. A flash coming out. Oh my God! Maki ended up getting that. I think blind completely. Hip's able to pick one up, but oh, and a second.
Knives will go nowhere though, and with only 2 left on, we'll see what Kip can do. Yeah, he's trying to bait him out.
Dig through the wall. Can't quite get it, though.
Where's the push? The 1v1. He's got to understand that he does have 3 other players he's going to have to deal with, and Mikey drops some match point for Blinn in playoffs. They're looking to head themselves into those semifinals, whereas Condors are facing a lower bracket run if they lose this next round. But overall, they're going to walk away with this with some very invaluable experience and knowledge that they can utilize on the rest of their journey.
For sure. Blinn's such a strong team you can learn from. You can really figure out how to just adapt to certain situations. But you have to review the footage, I think, is the best thing. See what they were doing and see how you can really counter that.
Not the best start.
But Prey's able to pick up 2 off that. Oh, and they get Keanu's down really low, but he actually re-peaks that. Prey also falls victim to Blinn.
Yep, and that's going to be 2 Condors left now. We'll see if they can do it. They still have Spike in hand. They're on site. They go for the plant, and now 3 Blinn players starting to converge onto the site. They're going to be able to drop both of our players, and Keanu's, the absolute maniac in the series, shuts down the Condors once again, and Blinn are going to be the victors. The Condors could not overcome their demons. They continue to haunt them.
Yeah, tough loss, but they put up a good fight over on Ascent. Better than I thought that it could potentially have went.
Right.
So
it was honestly great. I think that the squad, just looking at their faces, still know that they can do better.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, but you can always just tell, seeing the team over the season play at peak and not peak. Granted, they're against a really good squad.
Yeah.
I don't think we saw a peak here today.
I don't think we did either. I mean, there were a lot
Which is a compliment.
Yeah, for sure. There were a lot of just shots that were missed that really shouldn't have been. And a lot of misplays, like just not watching flanks or not checking corners at points, which can be tough when you're in such a close game and such a hard matchup. You kind of start to forget those things.
Yeah.
Just the basics, the fundamentals, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
And you focus on maybe a bigger picture or more outlandish plays that they could be doing, right?
Right.
So it's tough to stay in the right headspace when you're going up against a team like this and keep focused the whole time.
Yeah, no, it's very difficult because that just keeps you with your back against the wall. When you're constantly having to think about that, as you said, it's very easy to have a couple oversights. But I think they have to be proud. But unfortunately, that does drop them down to the lower half of the bracket up against Blinn. This was a good showing, in my opinion. I mean, this was a team that 2-0'd us last time, and it didn't look good. I can't remember what the scores were, but it was like 13-2, if I remember correctly. Like, it was not – they – as I said before, they pooped on us.
Yeah.
It wasn't a very nice, you win. It just wasn't good. So I think there was some growth we've seen from the squad. But the fact that they haven't seen – didn't have that happen again, and we have seen some growth is massive.
For sure. I think they did a pretty good job of showing their growth that game, but I think a couple players were just having a little bit of a harder time. Kip found his footing on game 2, but Silly kind of lost his footing a little bit, going 7-16 in that on that second map. So.
It's hard. I mean, you're still up against really good mechanical players. Those numbers are going to be a little less than what you're used to seeing.
For sure.
Right. So, yeah, overall a difficult matchup for the squad. And again, just looking at their faces, I think they know that. I think they know that they can do this, and I think that's what's eating at them.
For sure.
Right. But we do have more Condors Esports all throughout the week.
Yeah, we got a league tomorrow.
Oh, you didn't do it. I was trying to get like a sick beat going on.
Oh.
Okay, what do we got going on?
we got league tomorrow at 7 p.m. So come over here, come hang out. I'll be doing the tough tough job of observing League of Legends.
It's really hard.
Really
I've
hard,
heard,
man. Yeah. I clicked like 3 buttons.
Okay, well, don't miss any of the sick kills, okay?
Yeah, okay, I'll try my best.
All right, cool. And we do, of course, take a break on Thursday, and then we come back for some Rocket League on Friday. It's all about playoffs going forward. It's exciting, and I love to watch our teams and how they're doing because, let's be honest, Condors got some pretty sick squads.
Oh, for sure.
They definitely do. Hey, well, thanks for hanging out with me.
Yep.
On behalf of both of us, thank to you guys for hanging out with us. Make sure to hit up our socials, and we will see you tomorrow.